She's been in power for a long time. She's seen many challenges come and go, but she's been pretty clear about this being the biggest challenge she's had to face.
And to put it in other words, she called it the biggest trial the European Union has faced in its history, the biggest trial. What does she mean by that? You're right. She has been around in power for a long time, and she has seen it. It's not an understatement to say she's seen it all. She's seen the financial crisis. She's seen the upheavals in the euro currency and all of the euro crises. She's seen the refugee crisis that saw almost, more than 1 million refugees making their way through the Western Balkans towards Germany in 2015. But this, by virtue of the fact that it's basically just taken what was a robust European economy, knocked it totally off its feet. Eurozone's going to contract by almost 9% this year. Those are the projections. The dimensions of it on both an emotional level, an economic level, a social level, there's just nothing to match it. And what she really is, she has no illusion about how tough it's going to be. She did say that the coronavirus, coping with the pandemic, and its perhaps aftermath, if it comes to that, will shape her presidency for the next 6 months. And she going forward, what she basically wants to do is make sure that there is what she calls cohesion and solidarity. She says that the only way to ensure that Europe can emerge from this stronger, in fighting shape, in fit shape, is by staying together, staying united. Otherwise, you're going to see it falling apart. And we did see hints of that during this crisis, where a lot of countries were trying to scramble for their own medical kit, closing borders, acting alone.
Right, thinking of their own issues over the solidarity. Now, speaking of European solidarity, that fund for hard-hit countries, Germany wasn't always in favour of it, but Berlin did end up rowing in behind it.
Right.
It was largely a French initiative in some respects, or at least
France
supporting southern European countries. So they did kind of change their tack. Tell us why Germany flipped.
First of all, you're absolutely right. Germany has always been seen as having tight purse strings when it comes to sort of helping out harder-hit countries or countries with weaker economies in past crises, notably North versus South, right, with the Greek euro crisis. You'll remember all of that. So why now? Why the change of heart as she sort of crossed the table and is now willing to sort of open her wallet, open those purse strings? She says basically it's an extraordinary, she and Emmanuel Macron wanted to get together and show an extraordinary act of solidarity, as she said it. Like we said, there's been nothing like this crisis. She wanted to do something that was sort of, of a dimension with this crisis, to show that she was up to the occasion and that it actually warranted a radical shift. It's a 700 billion euro massive economic stimulus plan, which would essentially be not loans, but grants to these hard-hit countries. And that's what the so-called frugal four, some of the northern countries, she doesn't like that
Netherlands
term.
taking the lead on that,
Netherlands,
right?
Sweden, Austria, Denmark. They're against it. They're uncomfortable with the idea of just giving money to hard-hit nations like Greece, Italy, Spain in southern Europe. Angela Merkel says solidarity more than ever. It's not just in Germany's interest, it's in Europe's interest. A stronger internal market and ultimately coming forward with more cohesion and a closer Europe, a Europe that's not on the verge of coming apart at the seams.
All right, Douglas.